One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The run inside. It's Fowler. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Across the 25, he's got room. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The give to the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys. Those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words to describe defensive linemen.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And here comes the punt team. He'll take it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So Missouri's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the ones that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, it's complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Simmons finds his man. It's Lee. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll move the tight end. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Here's Hardy. And he's in. Touchdown, Tigers. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the counter play. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time completely wide open. That's way too easy for the...
There's a crease. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Fires to the tight end. On the move at the 30. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Fowler. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
It's 1st down from the 11. Running the red zone. It's Fowler. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Never a doubt. That'll bring them to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Could not make his way to the corner.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. They go play action with Simmons. Right down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half.
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands up.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He'll toss it. Beck's going for the goal line. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And he's coming out of the end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Offense in a bunch formation. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
Running inside, it's Hardy. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Tigers are marching down the field. Throwing Simmons. Snagged out of the air. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the left, it's Hardy. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. He's got the back in the middle. There he goes! And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll bring it out. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Makes the catch. It's O'Neal. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking for room. It's Fowler. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. On the delay, it's Hardy. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Pulls it on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Wide open downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. They'll run it with Hardy. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Here's Simmons to throw. Touchdown, Missouri! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fowler. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Might as well give it to him again. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On the run, it's Fowler. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him.
Makes the catch, and he's free. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Missouri wants to go fast.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
This defense might be reeling after those last two, and now facing first and goal. Austin Simmons wants to fire again. Got rid of it just in time. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Well, you really can't afford to get that type of call down here when you're trying to punch in a score. Fires quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. Here's Hardy. Touchdown, Missouri! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Quickly to the tight end. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. There he goes. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
On first down, it's Hardy again. Dragged down after working his way, and those feet were pitter-pattering as he picked up 6. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Simmons. He'll try to do it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Simmons on the play fake. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
From the gun, give to Hardy. Could be an alley. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. He's up to 81 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Roberts. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. The defense has been up to the task so far. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 3. They'll run it with Hardy. Touchdown, Missouri! And the pummeling has started.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, explode.
Makes a grab and room to run. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then
it's picked off, and another empty drive. Looking for more room. Powers just shedding tackles. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Fowler. Turning it on. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. To the ground. He's got it again. Knocked down in the backfield. And boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. That's caught. It's O'Neal. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9. The give to the left side. Bounced off his feet.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
The pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. That's reeled in. It's Fowler. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game, so maybe they can...
And it's caught for the touchdown. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it, but I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well, and you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Roberts. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Red pass, it's complete. A 5-yard pickup there leaves them with 3rd down and 5. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Burns. Quickly complete. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. Missouri comes to the line with another 1st down. Quarterback gets enough. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Missouri has it ready to go with another 1st down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Got a little grass. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Missouri will snap it in the red zone. Going to the run, it's Warner. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll go right back to him. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Fowler. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They're going to ride this running back. Crosses the 45. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fowler. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Options galore here, second and just a few inches. On the option. Now the toss. Wrestled out of bounds at the 26, a huge pickup on the ground. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And the final play is just a short gain, and we're at the end of the game. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.